Oh, hey. Sorry. Name's Dylan. Sorry, do I know you? Could have sworn. No, must be my imagination. Say, got anything you need? Oh, I don't know anything. You see, I'm a bit of a big deal. Anyone need anything? I can get it. No problem. No, I mean anything. Even stuff you wouldn't think you need. There's a whole dark, dank world out there just waiting to be scavenged, and me. It's no problem getting in and out. In fact, just yesterday I managed to pluck some quality jewelry from a location swarming with nasties without so much as losing a feather.
Oh, don't give me that look. It's no one's but the world's now, and it's our world, so why not take it? And we don't steal. We have never stolen. What? I said we. Nah, you heard wrong. It's just me. Yeah, just me.
I used to be called Three, but now I am called Clooney. I am one of the first elves, and when I woke up, I was in Anahim, California. But that was over 200 years ago. I have seen so many of my friends die, but I have not yet felt the effects of old age on myself. I am curious when they will affect me. Since losing my family, I have been searching to find other people who live as long as I do, but so far, everyone I find has either died from old age or from the dangers of the world. I hope one day I will find others who do not die on me, but I fear that I may be the only one left of my people. I am a storyteller and a collector of narratives. The predecessors told many stories of great heroes and incredible adventures, but we do not have any heroes now. We must fight to survive. I have taken it upon myself to catalog the stories of our people. Meanwhile, I try to discover what happened to our predecessors. It's lonely, being the only survivor of reality. I've even outlived my own son, but the isolation has taught me something about the sad nature of this world.
Oh, hi. My name is Claire Dean Stormwell, but you can call me Clara if you want, or Claire. It's spelled with a K. I'm nothing too special, but I really like books. The book I'm reading, I've read 1,000 times. Well, maybe not literally 1,000 times, but I've read it a lot. It's got magic and history and adventure and good people wanting to be better than they were and people who like learning anything and everything, like me. I don't know how well I'd do on adventures because I'm not very strong, but I'm kind of smart, so who knows? Maybe one day I'll go on adventures and be like the protagonists in my book and find my purpose like they do, and maybe I can help people too. I doubt anyone would want someone like me though, and I don't really know where to look or who to talk to for an adventure, but that's okay. I'm content gathering all the books and knowledge I can, and I'll keep learning about the world that way.
My name is Vincent Vishanti. There aren't any traditional doctors in this world, but if there were, I'd be the best of them. I'm known to many for my skills of healing wounds, treating injuries, and saving lives. Sort of a pioneer of the life-saving techniques that this world needs, with a flair and finesse that no one's ever seen before. People always say, now's not the time to show off, but I don't see them out there doing what I do. Family, friendship, love, I don't need any of that, so spare me your tragic backstory. I live for what I do and dedicate every moment to learning more about the old world and their techniques in medicine. People get too caught up in their feelings and emotions, and it makes them vulnerable, weak, unable to reach their true potential. Some call me arrogant, some say I'm too ambitious and stubborn, but they don't have the discipline I do, which is why they all fall behind me, every single time. You can call me self-centered, but I call it self-assured. I've heard rumblings of old world magic in my studies, and frankly, there's no basis. I deal in quantifiable and qualifiable facts. I'm in the business of saving lives, not in the business of fairy tales and make-believe. I prefer the predictable, solid facts, knowledge of what is and what is not. I always know where I'm going and what I'll do, and nothing's gonna change that.
Nash,
Yes, Cora.
tell me a bedtime story.
I just told you one.
But I'm awake. Tell it again.
The same one?
Yeah,
No.
please.
No.
I'll do your chores tomorrow.
We always do our chores.
Okay, I'll.
Will you shut up and go to sleep if I tell you a story?
Yes,
There once was a baby Etten named...
Gornash.
Yes, named Goranash. We left our family as young Etten do to pursue...
Outdoor adventures
No. Knowledge.
and adventure.
And adventure. The young Etten found himself wandering through the western wilds searching for purpose and power. Alone yet together, the Etten faced insurmountable dangers against...
Owlbears.
Yes?
A pack of wolves.
Also yes?
And we saw a unicorn.
Yes. Yes, we did. Now will you let me finish the story or...
And then there was this mighty bear, Gilda Nuke, and she came to us when the sky was dark, and there was rain and thunder and lightning, and we were very hungry, and she gave us food and this great axe because we are big and strong, and nothing can stand between Goranash anymore.
I mean... Yes, you are correct. Nothing can stand between us. But may I please finish your bedtime story? Good night, Laura.
Interesting.
Hello!
Mine.
We're live now,
Huh?
y'all.
Hey,
I told you.
we're live.
I told you to
dude.
be ready. I said we're gonna be live.
Dude, this is too ready.
Is it too ready? You were too ready for this?
So exposed.
I was not ready.
We're muted?
I
Oh,
was not
no.
ready.
Are we muted?
Can you hear me now?
No, you aren't. Okay, okay.
Hear
All
me
right.
now? Good.
Dax, thank you for your help.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, welcome to Tuesday night, just another Taco Tuesday. Except today we're going to be playing some Dungeons and Dragons. I have a beautiful cast today. So I'll just start off with myself. I'm Juan Carlos Sombrero. I will be game mastering this game today, and for a couple more episodes. I don't know, maybe 8 or 9, depends on how we feel, right? You know, whatever. If today goes well, you know, we might do some more. In any case, what I'd like everyone to do is I want you all to just introduce yourselves and the name of your character. We will be doing special intro scenes with everyone. You're right, Dax. I am going to get everybody started on introducing themselves so I can put in my link for web capture because that stopped. So why don't we start with a new face to the channel, and I think that's Meg. And when you're done, Meg, you get to popcorn choose someone else to introduce themselves.
Oh boy.
Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Megan or Meg, or Narnia. Those, you know me that well. I am playing Clara, my sweet baby dragonborn. And yeah, I love her. I pick John.
Hello. I'm John. I'm new to the channel thing, and I'm playing Vincent. And yeah, I'll pass it over to Goranash, my favorite character.
Hey, what's up? I'm Gnome. This is also my first time here on this channel, and I'm playing Goranash. Who hasn't gone yet? I was definitely paying attention. Luma?
Yeah, me. Hi, it's me. Hello, I'm Luma. This is my third table with you, with this wonderful group of people, and it's just every time I play with them, it's amazing. So, I'm excited. And my character is Devlin the Kinkute, and they need a lot of head pats. And so the last person here is De Clooney.
Did you see that? No, how Luma was paying attention.
Take notes.
Did you see that?
Hey, what's up? I'm Josh. I'm playing Clooney. Is this elf who's been around since the beginning of time as we know it. He's a little grumpy, a little sad, and I don't know. I think it's cool.
Hey, he is cool, and we'll find out why he is soon enough. So, what's that? No, put it closer to the camera so we can see your trash talk. Notes. Perfect. He wrote notes. That's all we asked for. So, I am... some people look like they're eager to start throwing money at the channel, which is totally cool. But let me explain to everyone what that little intervention level bar is at the top, right here, right above my head. I'm going to be trying something a little different, and I'm actually going to be making it a little bit cheaper for y'all to participate. So the intervention level is basically kind of what it sounds like. We're going to intervene with the story. We're going to intervene with the players and the characters that you see here in front of your face. Intervention can be good, it can be bad, and it can be, who knows? We'll leave it up to the dice. So, right now as you see it, that is what intervention level 12 looks like. So why don't we dip it down just a little bit, and we'll start from the bottom so you all can see what it looks like. This is non-intervention. No intervention. The bar is empty right now. Mayor already donated $20. So we're going to up it $30.
It was 30, yeah.
So we're going to up it by 1. Each bar for this level, a quarter of the bar, will be $20. Mayor already got y'all started with 1.5 of the little bars there. So if anybody wants to donate another $10, we will get another one. But in any case, when we are at intervention level 4, wow, okay, Graham, I see you, bud. I will update that after I'm done explaining. But intervention level red means something not so great will happen for the players here. Probably very great for me because I'm going to enjoy messing with you all. Now, let's say that's not enough for y'all. Maybe you feel a little guilty about filling up the red bar. Well, why don't we push it up into the blue intervention? Once we get into blue intervention, they're safe for a little bit. That means something during the blue intervention, something good will happen for the players. At least I'll try, we'll see. Now we got that bar filled up right now. Let's say we wanna go even more. Now, these 2 first bars, sure, they're intervening with the story, but hey, maybe it's not that bad. It's kind of on this level of intervention. If you all decide to jump in and fill up the last intervention level, which is orange, that is something big. Something big will happen in the story that will change the course of their storytelling something, right? Now, the cool thing about the orange bar is that I will not decide whether it's good or bad. We will roll a dice. We will leave it up to the fates whether something good or bad will happen for this crew. Graham, I could never hate you, bud. Let's see. What can somebody translate how many bits was that? 10,000 bits?
I put it in Discord, yeah. I put it in Discord already.
In Discord. That translates to, that's $100, Graham? Cool. So let us start from the beginning so you all can see this intervention level and we can finally start playing. Boom. Okay. 20. Up. I think I messed it up. All right. Yeah. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, and 130. There we are. So you all are starting with a bar and a half of intervention. Good news is that we are in blue. So pretty soon some good stuff might be happening for y'all. Y'all ready?
Let's do it.
Now that we went through monies and interventions, let's get into the setting of this.
Let's
problem.
go.
Let's get a little bit of ambiance music going. How about that? So the world as we know it is gone. A long time ago, humans are now called the Ancients because they disappeared from existence. They no longer live, leaving behind only their creations and machinations. Years and years later, suns have risen and fallen. And all of a sudden, life started to form again on Earth. Now, this wasn't the life that we all knew. This isn't the life that you can go outside and see and touch and interact with. This was new life. New life like our friend Clooney. At first look, maybe he is an ancient, maybe he is a human, but his ears are a little bit pointier, and he seems to live a lot longer than we're used to. We see creatures like Goranash, large towering barbarians with two heads having conversations with themselves. We have 3-foot birds that can run and skitter through the alleyways and jumping through windows and doing magnificent feats. We have dragons like Clara. White, beautiful, spiky dragons with a penchant for books. Now, although we have all these different fantastical creatures living among each other, we still have descendants of the ancients, like Vincent Vishanti. Like many of people who have just started living for no reason, just starting appearing, that just gives a lot of questions. There's ruins, but not ruins that are destroyed and crumbled to the floor. Just perfectly standing still towers and homes and vehicles, cars, these things with wheels that are just sitting on a street, not moving. How did they work? What were they used for? And how can we use them now? As a first elf, Clooney saw creations. Clooney just was able to find new, everything for him was new. But that was almost 200 years ago. Where are you now, Clooney?
Well, I've wandered here and there. I don't know where exactly I would be. Perhaps somewhere roaming the streets here in LA, in search of new companions, perhaps. As I pass wreckage of, old cars that have been decaying here for now hundreds of years. There's an old Macy's over there. I wander around and might swing into an abandoned grocery store, pick up some supplies, and then carry on my way.
Now, Clooney roams the streets of these forgotten ancients. They all have names. They don't have to come up with anything. They can just, they learned how to read. And Clooney walks the streets of Los Angeles. Clooney walks the outskirts of this tower city because the years have taught Clooney that the deeper and deeper you get into the thick of a tower city, the more unknown there is. And in this case, the unknown is dangerous. Clooney, you woke up in Anaheim. Anaheim.
Yes. Yes. I
On the
was
west-
not sure how to pronounce it.
And on the west coast of this large land that you have yet to discover, in another designation called, why don't you say it for us, Clooney?
Anaheim?
No, the state.
Oh, California.
Beautiful. Clooney, what's your goal? You've been alive for 200 years. You don't have ancestors. You don't have a mother or a father. What do you have?
Right now, I've got myself. I've got the clothes on my back, a small satchel of supplies, food, and I've got a metal pole like you would see holding up a stop sign, except I have removed the stop sign and use it as a walking stick.
Beautiful.
I'm looking for people like me.
You're looking for more elves. Beautiful. Goranash, you roam the hills. I'd assume they're comfortable for you. They're simple and fresh. What's your day-to-day like?
Well, for Gornash, it's mostly survival. One large body, two misproportionately sized heads. They only have each other to rely on in the wilderness, as they, as Ettins tend to do at a very young age. They leave their clans and their families and go explore the world on their own. So it's morning chores, bathing rituals, hunting and gathering, maybe the occasional book if they can find one, or a comic book for Gora. But that's pretty much their day.
Now, only because I'm wondering, and I'm sure everyone else is wondering, which one is Gora and who is Nosh?
I should have had a picture of them up so I could better describe them. I'll just look over at this screen. For
One
a
of them
quick
has
moment.
that face
So-
tattoo you got, and the other one's got
I know,
the
right?
beard.
Like one's got the beard. I try to, I couldn't put my two eyes together for, I tried. It's all right. It's fine. So Gora is clearly the cuter of the two of them. Completely bald up top, except for a little tiny tuft of hair. They have no eyebrow and just one big cycloptic eyeball in the center of their face. They have two little tusks, kind of one going up, one going down, a little uneven, sticking out from between some thick lips, and just a big old honker of a nose. Whereas Nosh is the one that carries the brain cell, let's say, and between the two of them. Bearded and dyes their hair green, pulled back, kind of tied up, and has two eyes, which is distinctly different from their other self, along with eyebrows for each eye. So that's Gora and Nosh.
Clara, you have a family, you have friends, but what gives you the most comfort are books and words and the smell of old, old paper. Where do you find yourself in a day like this?
So I'm outside of a Barnes and Noble. Or like what's left of one. I managed to find one that was conveniently like between like the busy streets of LA and then kind of right next to like a public library. So it's real close. And so she's got all the books in the world, and I'm the happiest little nerd. There's one tree in particular in this like little park that I love going to, and I'm just under that reading. Currently working my way through Dragons of Winter Night again for the 1000th time. And I'm enjoying the outside breezes and just at peace. While yes, I have my friends and my family, they're not exactly around in my life. So the books are my friends. The pages are my home.
You've been in this Barnes & Noble a lot. You're basically the only person who ever spends that much time in a Barnes & Noble. These books you've come to know front and back, spine and cover. The only thing is that spending so much time here, you knew these are the books that the ancients didn't need, but just wanted. There are more books out there, and you know you're not going to find them here. Devlin. There you are. Devlin, you know how to do certain things. What are they?
Well, suppose survive is the best thing. I know how to get through this world without meeting anybody. I know all the best places to eat, all the best places to hide, all the best places to pinch. Anything that I need, I can get. And anything anyone else needs, I can get for them. Maybe, if they ask me nicely. And that's what I do best.
Yeah? And how's business?
Dry.
Yeah. How far have you gotten into Los Angeles?
Well, not that far. Kind of been piddling outside the outer skirts. It's not that I can't get back downtown. I just been skirting, been looking about, making sure everything is clean, everything's plugged clean, and everything is always different every day, even though shit still seems to stay the same. But it's not. I will get there eventually. I'm just taking my time. There's no rush.
There is no rush. Because no one else dares to delve into the Tower City the way that you do. You can boast on how far you can get, and you can boast on the things that you can get and the things that you've seen, but you yourself know that the deep inner circle of this Tower City you still haven't seen. But maybe one day. As we leave Devlin, we see a human, a descendant they call them, standing over someone else with tools in their hand and something covering their mouth and something covering their clothes. They're deep in thought as someone else holds a bright light on top of this person in front of them. Vincent Vishanti's good at what he does. He helps people. He fixes them. Why is that, Vincent?
He's the best. No one else is out there doing what he can do, and as he stands over, he stands over this, whoever it may be on that certain day, figuring out what's wrong, learning about things that, even with all of his knowledge, his medical knowledge that he has from the old world, it doesn't apply anymore because all of these new creatures and beings have shown up, and it's just a pursuit of knowledge.
Vincent goes deep into the night, cutting and opening and sewing clothes, wounds that have been torn into the people that seek his help. Clooney, it's nighttime. Are you walking the streets? Are you sleeping?
I don't think so. I don't need much sleep, and I don't get much sleep. I'm not sure where I would wind up. I would probably look for someplace quiet, someplace where I could... I don't think rest is the right word, but get off the streets for a few hours, make a meal.
Still up. You don't sleep much. You found that the people around you, the beings around you, need to sleep for a while to feel better. You can close your eyes, you can cross your legs, and you can sit there. And you can keep going after a short while.
Mm-hmm.
The sun's coming down, and it's almost pitch black outside. Goranash, you're walking through the woods. And it's almost time for bed. What does Goranash do?
What? Well, they also don't need to sleep. Kind of. To an extent. I think Nosh usually takes the first watch. And has probably found a place to settle, probably next to like some big tree. Their great axe kind of like wedged into the tree with very little care for the living entity itself, and just kind of plop down. You can probably hear the sound of just their weight just settling in into the grass and dirt, kind of using the bark to maybe just scratch their back for a moment. And Gora, I have to make sure that I push the right button. I should have moved these into a different position because I'll hit something else instead. We all want hawk noises, right? Hawks, we could do hawks all day long. So Gora's gonna turn his head over to Anash and
let's switch over to Gora. Be the right one. Nosh, can you tell me another bedtime story? It's getting dark, and I'm tired, and definitely ready for bed.
I'm running out of stories, Gora. Can you just sleep tonight? Maybe just for once would be great. I'll owe you a favor.
Oh, you'll owe me a favor? Okay. I'll tell you what it's gonna be tomorrow, but I'll go to bed now.
And Gora will like close their one eye and like squint though, like trying to force sleep as fast as possible. Doesn't quite work though. It'll definitely take a couple moments there. That's what they're doing at night.
Clara, you're nose deep in another book. The same one. You're probably your favorite one since you've read it so much. The Barnes & Noble gets real dark at night, pitch black inside. But you've managed to find yourself a nice little lantern, and you figured it out through some camping books, through the camping section, how to refill the oil in this lantern, how to use some flint and tinder to turn it on. And there you are, sitting, reading your book. Does Clara fall asleep reading her book? Or does she stay up through the whole night?
I have actually kind of made my own little, not quite like a fortress, but I've moved some of the bookshelves around to where it basically creates like 4 walls essentially. So it's my own bedroom, so to speak. And I've taken all of like the collector like blankets and pillows and just kind of made a giant nest of comfy. And so with everything that I've been doing as far as getting everything set up, I'm still kind of just reading and rereading. As I'm getting a lot more tired, I keep having to reread the same sentences, even though I've read this book a million times. I know what happens. And in the last attempt at rereading a paragraph is when I kind of just fall asleep, like on the page, and I'm just here.
Now this is kind of a weird hour. It's not completely dark, but there's still some light out. What does Devlin do during this time of day? Are they busy on a scavenging mission? Are they coming back?
It's been dry. So today, I head back to one of my mini spots to squat. I know it's safe. I know for certain it's safe. And so in this area, basically the roof of not an apartment complex, but almost like a townhome that has a balcony at the top, like a 3rd story type deal. There's like a nest of clothes, hand-me-downs, stuff like that, cottons, fabrics, just anything that you could make a nest out of or a pillow fort out of. That's what's on the balcony here. And they're fluffing it, they're stomping down with their little talons. Then they check around, up, around, sit, cross their arms, floof up, and go to sleep.
Vincent, how long does this surgery take?
Not long when you're a professional.
Yeah, we're playing fantasy. It's cool. It checks out.
Yeah. Hey, you know. Vincent is currently at home after a successful day of his surgery and, sending his assistants for the day home. He's logging everything down. He has he read somewhere that doctors, in the old world, they were very, very well revered and had a very high social status. So he picked a house that would reflect that for himself, since it was pretty much free choice. So he has a very nice, one of the California inset houses in the mountains. And he's sitting there logging down everything he learned from today's surgery to hopefully add it to his compendium of knowledge so that he can further, bolster his medical knowledge and one day hopefully spread that to others as well, but mostly for himself to show off how good he is.
As you're logging your day into your book, as you're inscribing things that you've done and things that you've learned through this surgery that you performed today, you're still learning every single day. And you know that that's a quest that will continue until after you're gone. You slowly drift off to sleep. Your head sinks into your book a little bit. The pen falls out of your hand, through your fingers, and onto the floor. And you start to see yourself walking around in this house. This huge, beautiful house. And it's bright outside. It's a beautiful day outside. You can see the blue sky. You can see perfectly white, fluffy clouds as you overlook through your backyard in this hilly area. When you're interrupted by a woman, she taps on your shoulder and you look over. Her lips start to move and she starts saying words, but you can't make them out. She points off into the distance and you see two little blobs just running and playing with each other, and you catch their eye and they start running towards you. It's two little girls in dresses, beautiful dresses. You've never seen them before in your whole entire life. You've never made attachments like that before. This doesn't make sense to you. But here they are talking to you, happy to see you, their faces lit up and happy, and they embrace each one of your legs. And you look down and your hands are moving by themselves and you're caressing their heads, and you see your vision lower as you embrace both these children. And then all of a sudden you're awake. Something's happening outside. The ground is shaking. The books on your shelves are rattling. There's glass falling somewhere else and shattering. Clooney, you wake up from your trance. This is a little familiar, but not too familiar. California shakes all the time. The ancients called them earthquakes, but this one's not the same. It doesn't go up and down like it normally rolls. It's a constant, strong vibration. Clara, your lantern has fallen over. The books on all of your shelves are violently shaking and falling. This room that you've made out of books is starting to crumble around you. They fall and hit your head and your shoulders and your body, but it doesn't hurt. They're just books. And same for you, Devlin. Everything that you've set up in your nest is starting to fall. Everything around all of you is shaking. And Goranash, you can feel it a little bit. Enough to stop pretending you're asleep, Gora. Gora, you see something. Out in the distance, in this black night where only the moon and the stars are visible out in the sky, you see a beam of light shoot up straight into the air and disappear.
Oh, Nosh, did you see that?
No, see what? Is there something there?
Yeah, there was something in the sky.
I don't see anything now. Does Nosh see anything?
If Nosh was asleep,
No,
it was only
Nosh was not asleep.
Nosh was not asleep,
Gora
right?
was sleeping.
Nosh was the one who saw it right away.
Oh, well then. We'll just rewind that there. So Nosh is looking just around at the surroundings and sees that sear through the sky. Is it coming down or going across?
It shot straight up into the heavens.
Oh, up!
A beam of light just shot up and disappeared.
Could be nothing. Could be something. And Nosh will look to fake sleeping Gora and just kind of like shake the one shoulder to get them to wake up, right? And Or I think we're going to move tonight. Is that okay?
Do you still owe me a favor?
Yes, fine. Let's go.
The two of them are going to go ahead and start heading towards, kind of like walking towards the area where the light source kind of came from. Even if it's far, they're just going to start making it to that direction.
And you know where that direction is. You've seen it at the top of the hill. At the top of these hills that you and that Goranash inhabits, they have seen down into this big city of cement and metal and shiny buildings. You've always wanted an excuse to go down there, but something interesting is finally happening.
Nash, are we really heading over that way?
Yes, I saw something in the sky. And if we're lucky, it will lead us to more power.
Oh, well, that's great, but that means we're going on an adventure.
Yes, not everything has to be an adventure. It could just be something that happens.
Yeah, but it's an adventure.
It's an adventure, but keep your voice down. We don't want to wake the things in this forest.
How do you react, Clooney? You've been around for a long time, but this feels different.
If I haven't seen anything like it, I imagine I would probably stand up and cautiously, carefully approach, attempting to, stay out of sight, keep to the shadows as much as possible.
You look in the shadows, and normally when you feel something there, you can tell. You've been around this area once or twice maybe, and you know that there's other people around sometimes. Most of the times you can hear some rats running across the floor. Most of the times you can hear even some birds chirping out in the distance, or you can hear a coyote howl. But since you've been disturbed from your trance, it's been quiet.
It's unusual. I will go and see what seems to be causing this disturbance.
It felt like it's coming from the middle of the city. Deep into the Tower City that even you haven't been able to go on alone.
Is there anyone else on the street that I can see as I approach?
No. It's empty. You're alone.
Then I will just pull the extra length from the cardigan that I wear tighter and attempt to be very, very stealthy moving forward.
Yet another question that needs an answer. Clara, wake up. You're covered in books. And not the way you've usually dreamed of that.
Ow. What? These... Man, I have to alphabetize all of them again, and I'm just gonna kind of push as best as I can. I have noodle arms. I'm gonna push as best as I can to try and get the primary shelf that had kind of fallen closer to me, just kind of up and out of my way. And while I'm doing that, I'm just gonna like look out the storefront windows and be like, what the heck happened? And I'm just kind of trying to put things back where they belong and get all the books in order. And then I'm gonna dig into my nest because apparently I realized that I had fallen asleep on the book again. And I go to grab my book and I'm just like, okay, it's okay. I'm okay.
You'll get it soon enough. Devlin, something just messed up your nest. But that something is coming from the city.
So, you know when something scares you super bad, but you know screaming will get you killed? The whole time that the ground was shaking, he was super floofed up. They were super floofed up. And they had clamped their beak closed super tight, shaking, squawking in their beak to keep their noise down, and just hunkered down as pillows and fabrics and everything came down around them. And once it stopped, they stayed there in the nest for a good few minutes and almost contemplated just staying there. It's fine. It's easier in here. Doesn't matter. It's messed up. The night will pass. Whatever it was, it's just a stupid shake. It's nothing. But they know where it came from, so they slowly poke their head out of the nest and chance a look around of their environment and dare to look forward to the city and contemplate, is it even worth it? Couldn't have been anything. So cowardly, they go back into their messed up sheets and fabrics and just hide there for the night.
Do they look outside the window at all? Do they look outside their window at all?
Yes.
You walk over to your window, fully intending to go back to your nest and just lay down and hide. But the moonlight is shining onto the street through the buildings. And through one of the alleyways where the light is shining, something moves and blocks the light. Just as it passes between the buildings, and then it disappears again. Vincent.
Yep.
What was that dream you had? What was...
And
Hold on, I'll tell you.
yeah, go on. Tell me what it is.
What was that dream? You've never dreamt of that. That's not even a dream for you. That's not something you've ever even imagined, having a family. Yet you had this dream with faces so clear of people you've never seen. You were woken up, startled, but what's bothering you the most is that dream. And deep in thought, as you're walking around, you hear a noise outside.
What does it sound like? What's the noise?
You just hear...
Tell me about this noise.
You hear the rustling of twigs. You hear the scraping of something against the grass up front. And then it turns into the scraping of something on concrete.
So he's walking around and Vincent's thinking to himself, sorry, out of character real quick. Are we talking in first person or third person?
Let's do first person always.
Okay, perfect. So I'm walking around and thinking to myself that dream must have been a side effect of what the strange brown liquid that traveler gave me. What was it called? Whiskey? And I look over at the cup of it on my nightstand that I had been sipping as I was writing my notes. And I hear rustling outside, and I immediately go grab my coat, and I run downstairs to check where the noise came from.
You make it downstairs into this grand hallway. Your shoes clatter against the tile on the floor. Your hand wraps around the doorknob. You turn it and you open the door. And there you see something that you've never seen before. You haven't even heard of something like this. You see a big, hulking humanoid. But it's got two heads. And it's talking to itself, dragging a battle axe behind it.
Excuse me, large fellow?
Goranash?
Hello?
Somebody's talking to you from your left.
Who's there?
Down here, the owner of the property you're currently dragging your ass and axe on.
What? Do you have a place to put the axe, or?
Can I help you?
Perhaps we. Who are you?
I believe that I should be asking you the same thing. Who are you? Who are yous? I'm sorry. Are you 2, 1?
Nash, what a sucker! He's never seen one of us before.
What is you?
I know.
What is you? What are you?
We are
Goranash.
Is that a species name? Your call, the name that I call you? I've not heard of a Goranash.
Oh, I'm Gora.
Gora.
And that's Nash.
Are you two brains? 2 brains, 1 body. Very curious.
Yes, you. It must be unfortunate to only have one.
I coming to find that my 1 is still more than the sum of your 2. But tell me.
I would beg to differ.
Tell me, Goranash was it? Why are you on my property?
Define property. Is this a place that you genuinely own, or are you just inhabiting?
Well, I would say that I own it, and I don't think that I can prove that to anybody, but if people want to find me, this is usually where they come, so.
See, where we come from, the world is open to any and all. Whether you have 4 walls and a roof, or none at all.
I see. Well, what brings you here, Goranash?
Well, it seems you have a leak of light of some sort.
Leak of light?
A signal in the sky brought us here. That wasn't your doing. One brain.
No, it was not. I'm sorry. Who am I speaking with, Gora or Nosh?
Nosh.
Nosh. Okay, and Gora.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay.
I'm Gora.
Gora.
That's Nosh.
Nosh.
Gora, Nosh, but
Gora,
like
Nosh.
together, Gora Nosh.
Okay.
Right?
Correct.
I did the math right, right, Nosh?
Yeah, it's just a name. Yes, I am Nosh.
Okay.
And you are.
I'm again. Sorry for my abruptness. I was awoken by what seems to be the same strange light. I'm Dr. Vincent Vishanti. Pleasure to make your acquaintances.
The pleasure will be ours, Dr. Vincent.
Yes, where are my manners? Would you like to come in?
Yes, we would. Thank you.
And I just kind of lead them inside and sit them down just to as a gesture of good faith.
Gora has like the axe, and it's not dragging on the ground anymore, though. It's just like being held up.
You can set that anywhere you'd like. It's just me here and many rooms. So
Okay, it just slams it into the ground.
Oh,
Hope that's not marble.
It was. That's fine. Someone out there can maybe repair that. That's fine. What are you?
I'm Gora, and that's Nosh.
Okay. Yes, we've gotten the who.
All right, y'all. This goes on for a while. As we switch scenes, Goranash and Vincent Vishanti are still discussing what is. Clooney, you're still walking down the street, and it's pitch black. Walking. For some reason, you still walk on sidewalks. That's what they're for, right?
It's safer, closer to the shadow of a building.
As you walk in between buildings, something catches a glimmer of your eye to your left on one of these buildings. You look up, and on the third floor, you see a couple eyes looking back at you, but they disappear almost immediately. Do you think they saw you, Devlin?
Nope. Didn't see anything. Not a ding-dong thing. Not a blasted thing.
What does Clooney do?
Well, this could go one of two ways. Either this is someone to befriend, or this is some terrifying creature that will probably kill me. So, I will cautiously look both ways across the street and search for the door to enter this building.
It's easy enough. It's just like most buildings built around here. Somewhere around the middle, there's a door.
Perfect. I will open it and enter and
That's my door opening sound effect.
Hey, that was good.
That Devlin hears. And you just hear footsteps and they're getting closer. Maybe they did see you, Devlin.
I'm going to just brandish my my thing and look around.
Okay. You got this. You can do this. You can do this. You can do this. And Devlin is like trying to clear their throat and puff out their chest a little bit, and they try to use mimic to mimic a monster sound that they've heard before. And they cough and but what comes out is a it's more of a dying animal than a vicious creature.
Clooney, quick,
they fail
something's dying.
horribly.
What do you do, Clooney?
I'll hold my quarterstaff walking stick and use it to climb up the stairs.
You hear a heavy
presume there are stairs.
dunk, 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 as Clooney uses his staff to help him up the stairs. It's getting louder and just a bit quicker. Clooney, you're at the you're at a door that you think is the door.
Hello? Is someone dying in there? Do you need me to perform CPR?
Then Devlin thinks about it, and he thinks about it, and they think about it, and then they're like, okay. They're not dangerous. And then they puff out their chest and they go over to the door and they open it up and they go, hello. How can I help you, stranger who goes into people's places and scares them half to death?
Hello, I was just wondering if you had seen the pillar of light that disrupted my slumber. Is that normal in this part of the city? I've never seen it here before.
Blue light. What was it? Was it blue? Was it not earth? I didn't see anything. You sure you didn't imagine that?
I'm quite sure.
I mean, if it was odd, then maybe you should just plop a slot and leave it alone.
It seems like the type of thing that's going to cause trouble. And whether it causes trouble to us immediately or comes and causes trouble in its own time is our choice, is it not?
Clooney.
Well, there's trouble all around. I mean, technically, I thought you were trouble until you soaked me with kindness. It's too early for this.
As Devlin says, it's too early for this. Clooney, you can see right over their head into their room. Just various things that don't normally go in someone's living situation. Aside from a nest on the floor, there's textiles and bottles and not open or used, all pristine condition yet messy, thrown about.
Hey, I'm down here. Eyes here. Here, what do you want? You wanted to investigate the freaking sky thing that might have caused the quake. I mean, that's on you, but unless you got something in it for me, there's no way you could get down there without getting killed.
Well, exactly. Traveling the city alone is dangerous. I thought that you might be, I thought there was a 50% chance that you might be interested in not dying together.
I have a 100% chance of not dying by going down there. You also have a 100% chance of not dying if you go down there. Why are you so eager to die? You're weird. Wait, don't tell me you're one of those people who can't die. I've heard of that before, and then they end up dying. It's funny.
It's been 200 plus years. So far, I'm still here.
What? What? Then you obviously don't need my help. You've been around for more than 100 years. Okay. Sure.
Sure. I said 200, but...
Trying to downgrade your delusion, but if you insist on 200 years, fine. 200 years. Listen. If you wanted to come up to a stranger's place, that's fine. If you're so eager to die, that's fine. But you have to give me something if you want to get my help. Because I'm just that type of person. I'm just nice that way. And plus, you didn't kill me when you came in, so you can't be that bad a person. Maybe that's how you stayed alive this long, with just kindness.
I see.
What you got?
Sure, I will pull my bag around, and mostly what I've got in here is food at this point, but I'll kind of shuffle through it and pull out a little penny whistle, the type where you blow it and you pull it out. It goes kind of deal. I have this small toy that I found. It was a gift to my son, but you can take it if you would like.
Are you sure?
I'm quite positive my son has been dead for 150 years.
But you still have it for a reason, right?
It's very small. It takes up no space in my bag.
I lift one claw, talon, like an owl, and I take the whistle, and I bring it up to my beak, and I try and use it, but I don't got lips, so I fail miserably. But I'm gonna try harder, and I try again, and then I realize it's making way too much noise, and then I put it down and actually succeed, and I go, okay, fine. This is enough for now.
Now, Devlin, as you put that whistle away, you realize you were making a lot of noise. And you don't like to make a lot of noise because you're not the only one who lives around here. Yet, after this discourse, nobody's coming to yell at you again.
How fast you need to go downtown?
Well, is the light still in the sky, GM?
No, it was this light shot up into the sky and disappeared.
Okay, so it's just a one-time effect. Okay.
It was just right after the rumbling of the earth.
Well, whatever happened, I imagine that whoever gets there first will... Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have no idea what this is. There's a 50% chance that it'll kill us both, but there is a 50% chance that this is something helpful for learning about our ancestors, the ones who came before us. And I believe that this may well be something informative, something that will tell us the story of who they were, what they wanted. Maybe this is a beacon that they set off 200, 300 years ago before they all disappeared. And it is a message to us, telling us about them. I don't know. But I'm curious to find out.
You gave me the flute, so we're fine. You don't have to, tell me about the people who have been dead and maybe were your family. It's okay. It's okay. We're gonna get you to the beacon in the sky. Don't even worry about it. I got you. Oh, sidebar. How tall is Clooney?
I am 5'11", so you may well be taller than me. Oh? Oh, okay.
Yeah, how tall is Devlin?
3 feet.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you tower over them almost 3 feet. No, wait, 2 feet. I can do math.
Yeah.
So yeah, Devlin raises a wing and smacks upward on your chest and goes, all right, it's gonna be okay, you silly git. We're gonna get you to the thing you saw in the sky. Don't worry about it. But I gotta sleep. I was sleeping. Don't you need to sleep?
No.
What?
I don't sleep very much. I have no need to.
And speaking of
No.
sleeping, we find Clara again under a pile of books. Those noodles she calls arms did not help whatsoever. As a matter of fact, one of them conked her on the head and she passed out for just a bit. You feel something warm on your head right now, but that's not something strange. It's not the first time a book's hit you in the head, and it's not going to be the last. But you do start to stir awake, covered in books, once again.
Ow. Let's try this again. I wiggle from under the books, just kind of like baby army crawl. And I just kind of start like digging like a dog, trying to get all the books out of the way. And then I just take whatever's left on the bookshelf and they screw you, chat. They they I go to push up the bookshelf and I'm like, stay. And I let go. And then I'm just waiting for it to like fall over again, and I'm just I take like 4 steps back and I'm just like, stay.
It stays.
And I start getting books, and I'm like trying to load them back onto the bookshelf, and I keep doing that, and I still occasionally looking over my shoulder because obviously something caused this, and I may have been half asleep, and I'm not oblivious. Like there was something that caused this, but I don't.
Clara, have you figured out how to keep track of time?
There's calendars,
Hold on.
and that's
hold
how
on.
I've learned.
You
is,
went-
like
you went
the
all
little
robot.
doggy calendars.
Can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay, you went all robot. Say it again.
I've found the calendars that they normally carry, like the little doggy ones, and I have one like up on the thing, and so I kind of understand how the passage of time works essentially. The actual date, I have no bloody clue.
But what about time of day? I mean,
I
it's
know
dark
when the
out.
sun comes up, but when it's sunlight out hours, and when it goes down, it's called dark.
How far into the night is it when this happened?
And I think my best guess was like before the sun completely hits the horizon as it's setting. So in the books that I've read, I know that there's like sunrise because, well, duh, it rises over the horizon and it sets beyond the horizon, so like that makes sense. But for time itself, it's hard sometimes. I get AM and PM mixed up.
That's okay. The good news
But
is that bookshelf is standing up straight. And slowly but surely, you're putting all the books back. You've knocked over these bookshelves yourself. So you've put these books back in order more than once. And there you are, real happy. It's up. And it's not coming down, and there's a couple more. This Barnes & Noble, like most Barnes & Nobles, has the front of the store with glass. Any light outside will shine in. The absence of light makes it pitch black in there, aside from your lantern. Except you hear a large, deafening noise, just boom. And it becomes instantly day outside. Goranash and Vincent are still arguing about what is Goranash. Devlin and Clooney still discussing terms. And in the middle of this night, it turns bright day. And in a split second, whoom, back to night. And then again, it turns back day and back to night and back to day and back to night with just a large deafening whoom, whoom, whoom.
I'm gonna run to the nonfiction side.
As you're running, foot through foot, your tail following behind you, the glass of the Barnes & Noble shatters and a force comes into the Barnes & Noble, demolishing your bookshelf once more. Clooney
My baby!
and Devlin, this force behind you, Devlin, the windows shatter behind you, pushing you into Clooney. Clooney getting pushed back towards the stairs. Goranash, something hits you, but you're big enough to stand your ground. And you see Vincent fall over as all the window panes in his room, in his home that he calls his, shatter. And it goes pitch black again. Goranash, you're looking out. And you see a source of light shooting up into the sky faintly.
There it is again. Dr.
That's-
Vincent, do you see this?
The light is still shining, though it hasn't disappeared.
That's the light you saw.
Yes.
Oh, it's pretty.
All right, Gora, Nosh. If you can kindly dislodge your axe from my marble floor, we can go check it out.
Devlin, Goranash and Vincent, are you walking outside?
I mean, I am.
Oh, yes. Do we just walk through the window? But no longer, like,
Hey,
it's just easy.
nobody
Like,
can tell Goranash what to do.
I mean,
Yeah.
we're on like a second floor right now. You know, one of those
Oh.
beautiful, like, you feel free to walk out of it, but as a flex. But
I guess we'll take the stairs and walk out a door. They don't make doors for Goranash.
You both make it outside, and that light is shooting up into the air. Almost
How far?
faintly, but it's there. It's
how far away is it?
Oh, it's far. You're in the hills
Okay.
where your home is
Yeah.
nice on top of a hill overlooking Los Angeles. And in between the big skyscrapers, there's one light shooting up into the sky. And what's weird is it looks like it's day, shining upon just Los Angeles, and you're on the outskirts, and it's pitch black night outside. Clooney and Devlin, you're on the floor. Devlin, you're on top of Clooney right now. Something pushed you from behind. Something destroyed your apartment.
What did I tell you? We need to go and see what it is before it causes any more harm.
Okay, Mr. 200 years old.
You
Maybe
can-
someone with your outlook could cause whatever is going on to stop. So by all means, we can just get to that place so we can get things to stop doing things. So yeah, let's go. Fuck sleep. Let's go.
You can just call me Clooney. You don't have to call me Mr. 200 years old. That's my name is Clooney. You're welcome to use it.
Lonely.
Close enough. Do you need anything before we go?
I look about. I'm really nervous to look around because everything is torn up and glass is everywhere. But I do pick up a few knick-knacky things that seem useless, but not really. And then I pick them up with my beak. I'm usually using my beak as a fourth hand, and I'm like picking stuff up and putting it in my pockets. And then I come back over you and I go like, yeah. Let's go.
Okay. And I will proceed to walk back down the stairs. This time I'm going to switch my staff over to my left hand, and my right hand is just going to rest gently on the case that I have attached to my right leg as we walk forward.
I have the little kazoo thingy in my beak. I'm not playing it. I'm just like munching on it gently, like how parrots roll stuff in their tongues and their beaks when they're playing with a toy. That's what I'm doing with the thing that was given to me.
Y'all are outside of this apartment building. Do you look up into the sky?
Sure.
Oh yeah, I saw. I don't like it.
You see the same thing, except you're not looking down on Los Angeles. You're on ground level, looking up, trying to look over these buildings onto farther into the larger buildings. And again, somewhere in the middle of Los Angeles, there is just a pillar of day surrounded by night. Clara, something's outside. Maybe, maybe not. But those windows didn't shatter on their own.
Should I die? Or should I just... And I'm gonna keep wandering through the nonfiction to see if I can find something, like rare anomalies, or like going through like ghost stories, like the scary stories to tell the dark. And I'm gonna like flip through all of them and try to find like something that can explain this, and I can't, and I'm not a fan. So I'm gonna go back. I go back to my nest, and I grab my book, and I find like, because sometimes they'll carry like random like props from like animes or whatever, and so I find kind of what looks sort of like a javelin sort of spearhead thing, and I'm just gonna be like, ow. Yeah, that works. And I'll take that. I forgot my book. I take one of the little like backpacks that has like Gudetama on it, and I'll just like put my book in the bag, and I go around and I keep trying to find like more like food and stuff that I can, and I'm gathering like bandages and stuff and like first aid books. And I just keep throwing everything in the backpack until it almost can't close. And I find one of my blankets, and I'm just like, okay.
Slowly but surely, you make your way to the front of the store. Well, it's not fair to call it a store anymore. This is your home. You kick glass from the floor out of the way as you shuffle out through the front door. I'd assume Clara still uses the front door even though all the window panes are broken in, right?
Yep.
The light is shining from afar, and you see the same thing, and your eyes trail up into the sky. And there's something up there. A bright little dot pops from in between the buildings and shoots up into the sky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pop, 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 pop. Pop. That was 5. I did that. And you think it's going to go straight up into the sky just like the rest of this beam of light. And it starts to swerve, all 5 of them in different directions. And one of them is coming straight at you. Vincent and Goranash, 2 of those are coming to you. Clooney and Devlin, 2 little bright shooting stars are coming straight at you. And they're flying with the speed that you've never seen before, and something hits you each in the chest. Pop, 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 pop. It doesn't push you back. You don't feel a force, but you felt something go through you. You all don't know each other, and you don't know this all happened to you. Goranash and Vincent, Clooney and Devlin, both at the same time, you both hear two voices from behind you. And Clara, one voice behind you. Oh, hi. And why don't we take a break? I gotta go use the restroom anyways.
Well, I want to know what happens.
So let's take a little bio break. We went a little bit longer only because we started late.
Started late too, though, yeah.
Yeah, so why don't we all go use the restroom real quick and maybe find out what that was in a little bit. So we're going to run some ads. There's some baller ads, y'all. Clooney may be in one of them, maybe. Who knows?
What?
What?
But we'll see you in about
That's
10 to
a
15 minutes or however long these ads take to go and however long it takes us all to go, if you know what I mean.
Sounds like a plan.
Hit us off the air, Juan Carlos.
We'll be back.
Bye.
Welcome to our Patreon. Here on Open for Adventure, we are making high quality Dungeons and Dragons content, folks. We have a great big world to share with you, and by becoming a patron, you can help us explore and expand upon this adventure. With your support, we can invest in more amazing artwork, better mics, fancy cameras, and overall stream quality. Not to mention, help us get some amazing new merch that we can use for giveaways. What do you get by becoming a patron? I'm so glad you asked. Let's take a look at the different levels and give you a sneak peek at what you can get at each tier. Did you know that the family of the First Lord Theo, the leader of the rebellion against the Empire, actually invented firearms nearly 25 years prior to the current campaign? The designs for this high-tech weapon are the Delaney family's best-kept secret. Also, they were originally invented by the late First Lady Victoria, Theo's mother. Access to lore leaks like this is what you can expect from the first tier, written in blog-style posts after each weekly session. Ever wondered what goes on off-camera? The next 3 tiers give you exactly that. With Stolen Moments, you can get access to text-based roleplay moments, highlighting experiences that don't make it onto the stream, like Leona's training session with Ray and Asmrin. Stolen Moments Plus gives you access to roleplay moments featuring our guests, non-player characters, and historical figures, featuring the likes of Marshall, Annalena, and even the Empress herself. And Roleplay Addiction takes us to a whole other level. This tier gives you exclusive 30-minute videos of canon interactions not otherwise seen on stream, like late-night drunken interactions between paladins or tender moments featuring your favorite character ships. The Warm Fuzzies is super simple. It's everything I've listed so far, and also you get your name on stream after our weekly regular sessions. Every session. And our Undying Love. And finally, the most epic of all Patreon tiers. Drum roll, please! The Lore Master. This ultimate and final tier gets you first look access at all of the content going into our upcoming, official, Open for Adventure campaign setting. Lore, maps, monsters, items, dungeons, dragons. Go ahead, have a look around, make yourself at home, and consider becoming a patron to help us make this fantasy world a little bit closer to reality.
Oh, hi. My name is Express Love. I'm the Senmarian god of coffee. Did you know that in Senmaria, every cup of coffee is made with found familiar coffee beans? That's canon. In Senmaria, every cup of coffee is good coffee because it's made with love by Found Familiar. Did you know that every bag of Found Familiar coffee features artwork from incredible members of the tabletop gaming community? That's canon. Each blend and roast of Found Familiar coffee features cool D&D names like Thieves' Cant, Face Step, and Pact Magic. In Senmaria, every royal meeting that Ray attends features the Cartographer's Blend, a brew of coffee made by Found Familiar in conjunction with Devin Rue. Now that's canon. Found Familiar coffee. Buy it today.
so easy. Whoa, you left me to pieces. Yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. The limit of love is endless. I know. Just do what you want with me. Yeah, I want it all. Could care less the cost. I give you my everything.
And we're back.
Hey.
Hi, y'all.
Hello.
Hope you all had a nice little break. I know some people showed up a little late to stream. So, Clooney, why don't you give us a small in-character recap?
Of course. So, obviously, I only know what's happened to me, but some other characters have met, and I can't recap what has happened there because I don't know. But we were all kind of resting in our respective evenings when there was a bright light and an earthquake. But unlike a normal earthquake, this was a very constant, kind of a violent shaking. And this bright light shot up into the sky and then vanished, causing, at the very least, myself and perhaps others to want to go and investigate. But the city is dangerous when you are alone and at night. And so we, at least I was in search of someone else to perhaps make traveling a little bit safer. And then just a moment ago, there was another bright light, immediately preceded by the entire city going from day to night to day to night. And then these glowing lights flew out of the center of the city, striking myself and the little bird friend beside me directly in our chests. And I heard a voice from behind me greet me, but I'm not familiar with who it is.
And that voice did say, hello? Clooney, you feel something crawling up against your back. So do you,
Oh.
Devlin. Your back feels a little heavier, as does Clara. Gora, you don't really feel this weight. But in between, I don't know what you call it, your head elbow between the heads, something slimy.
It's a neck. It's a neck.
It's a neck elbow. In between your neck elbow, something slimy is starting to crawl in between. Vincent, you see this fleshy blue thing kind of come between their heads. And then you start to feel something wrap around your neck.
I just like immediately grab at it.
Your hands go right through it. In unison, you all hear, hi, hello?
I turn around.
Let's see what, let's have this scene with Goranash and Vincent, and we'll switch to everyone else later.
Gora, Nosh, when you grab at it, does your hand go through it?
Ooh, that feels funny.
Yeah, I don't understand. What is...
Hello?
I don't like this feeling. What? Can you not touch yours?
No.
Nash is gonna reach for Vincent's neck.
What do you do, Vincent?
Let them reach. I turn around though, like to the.
Vincent turns his
source of
back
the
to you,
voice.
Goranash, and you see this fleshy blue and flesh-colored pancake on their back with tentacles reaching out around him. going over his neck like a little backpack, and they're starting to go around his body, and you see two little eye stalks, and they're both looking directly at you. It starts to glow a little bit. Oh, hi. But you can hear it behind you as
Pick up
well.
my axe.
Hello? Oh,
Dr. Vincent, don't move.
that's
Okay, what do you-
Get it off you.
And I immediately whip around to see the axe in the air, and maybe let me talk to yours.
Okay. I turn around. Although, like, one head is, like, definitely twisted to kind of see a bit better.
And I assume I see the same thing on
I don't know,
Goranash's back.
it wasn't unmuting. Vincent, you see the same thing, except it looks a lot smaller on Goranash's back. And it's like every time you hear words, hi. Oh, wait. Is that me over there? And the tentacle around your neck also pulsates at the same time as it talks. Clooney and Devlin, you've heard this conversation from miles and miles away. A one-sided conversation of, hello? Oh, hi. Is that me?
Hear that?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Who are you talking to?
So you can hear that.
I also hear a
I can
voice,
hear you
and there
too.
is something
Hi.
weird.
Hello?
Hello.
How are you talking to both of us at the same time?
I don't
Who
know.
are you?
Where the squawk are you?
I don't know actually. What are these? And you feel like a tentacle kind of like ruffling under your feathers on your neck here as it's like holding on.
Stop! Don't move. Don't do that again. What do you mean you don't know where you are? And you shouldn't touch things that you don't know what they belong to, okay? I'm not this person's fucking parent.
Clooney?
Who are you? Do you have
are
a name?
Very interesting. Why do I look like this? Clara, this one-sided conversation's been going on for a while. And you haven't said a word. Wait, hold on. I think I can... And in unison, every single one of these fleshy pancakes that are somehow Yoda-ing your back, they start to pulsate in unison. The ones who are together, the ones who can see another one of them, you can see and feel them pulsate at the same time. And then they start shifting. One will pulsate, a different one will pulsate, and then they're taking turns. And then little by little, they stop pulsating. And these things go quiet. And Clara, right now in your head, you can hear the voice. Oh, this is much better. I'm sorry. I'm not sure how I did that. But hi, you are... And you feel the tentacle kind of like go up your neck and through your spikes a little bit. Clara. Clara Dean... What? Stormwell. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Are you my conscience?
I'm not sure if I know what that means. A lot of this stuff is kind of new for me, except, wow, you're here alone, aren't you? Well, I guess not anymore. I'm here with you.
But Please don't hurt me.
Something says I can't. Not that I would.
Can
Actually, I don't even know how I would. This is all so new to me. Look. And you see a tentacle kind of come out from like your peripheral vision and it just wiggles.
please stop that?
Okay. And then it just falls limp onto your shoulder and kind of wraps up on your chest.
You're so you're not gonna hurt me?
No. I don't
Then
think there's any reason to do that. Not that I could again. I could try.
please don't.
Oh, okay, I won't.
Can we be friends?
What does that mean? Wait, hold on. You're thinking about it right now. Yes. I would like to be friends.
Cool. Well, you obviously know my name. What's yours?
I don't have a name. But I keep hearing you think Gudetama?
Can I call you Goody for short?
Sure, of course.
You don't seem like a bad boy, and I could call you Goody. Goody works.
That's fine with me. I've never had a name before. Although I can't remember anything before this.
Mood. Okay. Hi.
Oh.
Why?
And you start feeling like you see the tentacle that was laying on front of you kind of like go up like this, and it's like getting pulled behind you, and Goody goes, I think I hope you don't mind, but I can't leave you, but also I really want to go that way.
Oh,
and you see the
okay,
tentacle
well,
pointing outside somewhere.
I guess I'll go where you go. I don't really have a choice, but I guess I'll go. And let's lead the way, I guess.
This seems fun. I'm having fun. Are you having fun?
I mean, I don't have any other reason to not, but I guess that depends on what you call fun.
Everything new is fun.
That's fair.
I hope.
Me too.
It's all new to me.
I've never been on an adventure or dealt with something like you before.
That's so weird. It seems like you've done so many things. I can see them in your head.
I read a lot.
What's that?
And so I apparently, I guess, as they're leading me to wherever we're going, I'm just gonna start pulling books out of my backpack and be like, this is a book, and there's characters and a plot and a story, and in this one there's people that are minions and bad, and
wow.
I just want to be like them.
That's so cool. Have you ever written your own story?
No, I'm definitely a reader. I'm not a writer.
Well, you don't have to write anything to make your own story, right?
I mean, I guess that's fair. But I don't really know anybody to have an adventure, and I'm smart, but I'm not very strong, and I don't talk to people a lot.
That's
People scare
okay.
me.
I think you and I will get along just fine. We're talking now anyways.
Yeah.
And then we'll switch over to Vincent and Goranaj. Vincent, you're looking at Goranash's back, and you don't hear the voice in your head, or you don't hear it like behind you in your head, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
because the tentacle wrapped around your neck right now feels warm, bright almost, but it's not pulsating. Only the one on Goranash's back is pulsating. And you just hear the voice in your head, in front of you. Hi.
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 What are you?
Um,
And he just kind of thinks to himself, deja vu, because the second time tonight.
and then behind you, you hear, I don't know.
You don't know. Is there a master that you serve, some purpose that you have?
That's a great question. They take turns talking, finishing this sentence, whatever they are.
Can I expect a great answer?
I can promise you that if I had one, I would give it to you.
And I just kind of pinch the bridge of the nose.
Can I eat you?
You can try. And then two tentacles come up to your faces, just kind of close to your mouths.
I open my mouth to go ahead and bite down.
But Nash slaps, like, pushes my face away from it. Do not put things that you don't know into your mouth. We've talked about this before.
I kind of reach out and try to like touch the one that's on Goranash to see if my hands will pass through that one too.
They do. Ooh. Wow.
I'm stumped.
I want to touch it
truly.
too. And then you see a tentacle behind your like unravel from your neck, and it just like goes like this.
I just put it closer to it.
Yes, Nash leans in.
And they make contact.
Washes this.
And they almost, when they make contact, like a little bit of light kind of just shines from where they touch.
Curious.
Not too much, but it's visible. Light is pulsating into.
Is this power?
Light. This has something to do with the light that we saw, and the light that came through us and caused us to be in this situation. Are these beings from the light?
I do not have that answer. Perhaps the being does?
I don't.
Oh, I
think
don't
the
have that
being
answer.
Even knows its name.
No, I don't.
I feel we should go to the source of this, if that's agreeable to both of you.
When you say that,
Yes.
this force behind you kind of like pushes you forward, Vincent, and you see like two tentacles inside of you, like on each side of you, could like shoot straight up, and like they're pulling you towards what you just said. And then Goranash, nothing can move you that easily, but those tentacles are also pointing exactly in the same direction. Oh,
Well, it seems we don't have a choice, or I don't. So if you would be so kind as to follow in case someone attempts to mug me while I'm being controlled by tentacles.
Sure. Do we want to take this thing to where it wants us to go? What if it's
oh, can we
some
go?
sort of parasite?
Can I go? Please, can I go?
If it is, I don't think I have much of a choice. If you would like to accompany me, well, I'd appreciate it. However, it's dragging me pretty hard.
Great, let's go! Adventure!
No. Power. And we will follow.
Much appreciated.
Clooney? Oh, this is much better. And you hear this voice coming from somewhere in the back of your head. Devlin, you can hear it too, but It's more in front of you. Sorry
I'm in
about
distress.
that. I'm still figuring this. I'm figuring it all out.
What do you remember before we just met? What last happened?
And you just hear the hum. And you feel like a little vibration on your back, and so do you, Devlin. And then it stops abruptly. And in unison you hear, almost two voices in your head, you hear, nothing.
Great.
Is there still a light shining down in the city?
No.
I'm in distress. I'm pretty much just like standing still with only turning my head as far as I could turn it, which is almost 180 degrees, but just like, what is this? You get off, please?
I can try.
Try.
Okay. Clooney, you see this thing behind Devlin wriggle and shake. But the only thing that can unhook or unattach from Devlin are these tentacles. This round pancake thing of flesh and blue and light pulsates with a little bit of light as it struggles to fall off or unattach or unstick. But after a while, all the tentacles just go limp and they fall on the floor, and you just hear, well, you know, I tried.
Devlin freaking falls backwards and starts flailing to get the freaking thing off its back and just like and then gets back up and tries to look behind to see if it's still there.
And you just see that all these tentacles coming up from above you, like wriggling, and you just hear this laughing.
Hold still for a moment, and I'm going to use my staff to try to scrape it off of Devlin's back. Although I don't think I know that their name is Devlin yet.
No, you all never introduced yourselves except for
so
Clooney.
I'll scrape it off of my bird friend's back.
Whatever you're using to try to scrape it off just phases right through it.
It's not working. Don't do that.
I think the only way to remove these is to figure out what caused it.
What do you mean caused it? What do you mean caused it?
Don't listen to the voices. Don't listen to the pancake creature. We need to go to the source of the light, and that will help us figure out whatever this is and remove it.
What light?
Great.
And then all
now
of a sudden,
there's a 25% chance of me dying. Great.
all the
Everyone
tentacles
dies
on
eventually.
Devlin's back, when you said, let's go to the light, all the tentacles start like pulling Devlin. Devlin's a little small, so it starts a little heavily like urging you to walk a little bit. Yes. And you feel that pull on your back too, Clooney.
But I'm walking that direction. I want to be rid of this thing, whatever it is, and we'll find the source of the light to remove it.
Do me a favor. Do me a favor. Could you just grab me? Could you just grab me gently, scoop me up and hold me because I don't want to be pulled. Yes, you Clooney. Just.
I can't help it. I can't help it.
Please just scoop me up, please. Just hold and scoop me up, please. Please. I beg you, please.
I will attempt to scoop the bird up.
Small
I'm
enough
very
and light
light.
enough.
Yes.
Okay. I'm not remarkably strong, but I will do what I can.
Okay. I don't like being tugged. But if we're tugging, at least I'll tug at your pace and not mine. Let's just go.
I'm sorry, this thing is yanking both of our chains. and I will move forward, walking quickly.
You all start to walk. One of you more naturally than the other. It's still dark, except there's some light coming from behind you. You know it's from your new friend. In front of you, you see a small hooded figure walking your way, with some light on its back as well. You just see a silhouette. And as you keep walking closer and closer, you see sharp white features with a mouth and sharp teeth, and they seem to be talking to themselves quite rapidly.
It's like at me. So where are we going?
I don't know, but I feel like we should really go.
I mean, okay. But I don't, what if I get hurt?
That's a good question. I don't know. Have you been hurt before? I don't think I have. And you see a tentacle start slapping one of the other tentacles. No, that doesn't hurt either.
Well, don't hurt yourself. Although I have some bandages, I guess, if that happens, but please don't hurt yourself. And in the middle of this, I assume that I eventually will end up looking up instead of down the floor, and I just see this shorter man. I'm 6'2", by the way. So
Slightly shorter than you.
Yeah. So I look over and just see this like kind of shorter, human-esque, and then get my book. Oh! Hey! Hi! My name is Clara. What's your name?
Yeah, hello. And can I see that Clara also has a pancake tentacle creature?
Well, you haven't seen her back, but you do see some tentacles and light kind of faintly glowing from her back.
Oh, hello. Are you also being affected by, and I will kind of turn to indicate what I have because I am still holding a bird in my hands. Are you also being affected by this sensation, this thing that seems non-physical?
Well, I'm not so much affected. We're friends.
I would not befriend something that does not have a physical form. That seems dangerous.
As y'all are having this conversation, you hear heavy footsteps coming from your side. And you hear a pair of smaller feet as well, footsteps. But there's 3 voices going on, having a conversation. From afar, but getting closer and closer. Goranash and Vincent, you see in front of you down the street 3 faintly emitting lights, moving, pulsating almost.
Well, it looks like we weren't the only ones.
So is this like a disease? Like, are we sick?
Not that I'm aware of, and I don't feel any different, so I assume that it's not a parasite yet. But let's see what these people have to say.
Agreed.
You're close enough now Clooney, Devlin, and Clara, something towering with 2 heads and a large weapon is standing in front of you. With a smaller, skinnier... Wait a second, Clooney. That's a descendant. And you've seen one before. And you knew them for a while, but they died a long time ago. But you haven't seen another human since.
Interesting.
Hello. Hi.
Are you also being affected by this? And again, I will turn to gesture at the blue tentacle pancake thing because I'm holding a bird and my hands are occupied.
Yes, and we assume that you all are too, and that's why
Yes.
we're here.
I have
You keep saying affected like it's a bad thing, and I don't think it's a bad thing. And why are you still holding why are you still holding your friend like that?
I asked.
Oh. Are you okay?
No.
Oh. I'm sorry. But it's not like it's a bad thing.
Please keep
Look,
walking.
see, like
I'm
mine
still
is
walking.
my name's Gudetama, but I've named her Goody. She's real sweet. She's not gonna hurt me, so I don't think we have anything to worry about.
Please.
And I don't think we're in any trouble.
Help.
I'm sorry, but who are all of you?
Hi. Hi.
Oh,
hi.
My name is crap.
Oh,
Clara.
goodness.
It's getting worse.
Okay, and the other 2 of you?
Hello. You can call me Clooney.
Of the clan that ruled Hollywood before the incident. I'm familiar.
Are you?
Pleasure.
Related?
No. However, I have heard stories of King George in my readings and how he ruled over Hollywood for years and years.
Indeed. We will have to talk about that. I have also done some reading, and I didn't recall hearing the word king anywhere in there. Perhaps you've found a historical document that I have not.
He was king of what they call the box office. I'm not familiar with what exactly it is. However, I know that he had a lot of power and was also a superhero that took the form of a bat sometimes.
We will have to compare notes on this.
Yes.
I did take my name after the first one's George Clooney, but I didn't like the name George. It didn't sound right.
Understandable. 1 syllable. Not very fun.
Yeah.
And the bird here?
I have no idea. What's your name?
Not important.
Oh, I thought the same. I just didn't want to say it out loud. Also, this is my friend.
In unison, you hear all of the voices in your head go, "Oh, their name's Devlin."
We please move, because while you 2 are basically about to squawk, we have 2 things behind our backs that are tugging us in a direction that is really hostile, and I would like to get them removed and then go back to my life as soon as possible. And I'm sure yours was super significant.
Well, I seem to have ruffled some feathers just by showing up. However, I feel that we are all called here for the same purpose. The blue pancakes on our back are drawing us here.
Yes.
Since it's so dark out and these pancakes, these flesh pancakes, are emitting a little bit of light, if you were to notice, you see that all the tentacles are kind of outstretched towards each other.
Should we let them?
Flutter out of
So
Clooney's
uncertain.
grip. By the way, I'm on the ground.
Okay, I'll put you down. I have a theory that we can get rid of whatever this is if we go to the source. But I
think we lost someone.
One of our friends died.
Our friend.
This sucks.
Oh, that was sooner than anticipated.
This really,
I gave it
this
3
really sucks.
episodes.
Oh no!
And just like that. No, I'm just kidding. Oh man, I want to try to fix these cameras, but I think Meg will be back.
Not worth it.
Okay, Clara is being characteristically quiet during this conversation.
I think if we can go to the source where this came from, I saw a bright light in the sky. I imagine that there will be something there that will help us remove this, but I don't understand the nature of it. In my studies, I found something called UFOs, and I think perhaps this is associated somehow with something supernatural.
Well, I will tell you right now that as a man of the quantifiable and qualifiable only, the supernatural does not exist. And this is just a side effect of maybe a space storm or something that we do not know something about yet.
Wait, but there's always weird things going on out here.
Right.
You just spoke of a man who had power and could turn into a bat.
He couldn't turn into a bat. He moonlit as one. He wore a suit to make himself look like one.
Yes, that sounds familiar.
Sounds like a great animal spirit to me.
It's getting pretty distracting
Imbued
now.
with power.
The noise that these things are making as they're stretching with all their might to try to touch each other.
Okay, I think we should just let them touch. Gora, Nosh here, and I did it earlier and nothing bad happened, so...
If you can tell me that it will not kill us, then I will trust you for now.
I can't promise anything, however, it's stuck to my back and I'd like to get it off so I can go home.
Agreed. I will help lift up our bird friend, who is a little bit shorter than everyone else, so that we're all all of our backs are about the same height, so that we can hopefully touch tentacles.
Let's take another small break, and hopefully our friend Meg can show up just for the conclusion of our session today. So why don't we take like a 5-minute break just to give her some time, just because I don't want her to miss out on any of this.
Okay. Sounds good.
We'll be back, y'all. Love you.
Oh baby, I love your madness. It's so incredibly beautiful. Oh, you shine like gold, so selfless to all, and wild like an animal. Some would say I'm insane in the right in a way, but I just love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know, and give me your freedom. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium, life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces. want your pandemonium. Oh baby, I love your madness. It's so incredibly beautiful. Oh, you shine like gold, so selfless to all, and wild like an animal. Some would say I'm insane in the right in a way, but I just love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know, and give me your freedom. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium, life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. The limit of love is endless, I know. Just do what you want with me. Yeah, I want it all. Could care less the cost. I give you my everything.
And we're back.
Hello.
We're back.
We were having safe
The
for work
more-
humor conversation.
Yeah, the more technical issues you have on session 1, the better the rest of the sessions will go.
That's how that goes,
So
yeah.
the
That's
Twitch,
how it goes.
The Twitch circuits are in our favor. We'll go with that.
I think so.
We last left off our intrepid adventurers to start touching tips.
Yes, we're gonna let our tentacles meet in the middle.
Everyone describe physically what you do.
I am going to pick up my bird friend that I now know is named Devlin, and I'm going to hold them beside me, and we're all gonna, I guess, back up. Go back to back because the stuff is on our back.
I'm
Okay.
closing my eyes. Maybe if I close them hard enough, I'll wake up.
Granache?
They're slowly backing up as well, but one head is definitely turned to be more observant to see what's going on.
Which head is
while
that?
the
Is that
other head
Gora
is-
or is that Nosh?
Nosh.
Nosh,
would
definitely.
not allow Gora to do this important moment.
Back it up.
Clara backing it up? That's not.
It's kind of the same. She can throw it back, but no. It's just she'll kind of like baby step her way back, I think, towards like Clooney, since I think you're the closest height.
Vincent?
It just arms crossed, turns around, backs into the group. Done with the BS.
Who closes their eyes?
I think just Devlin.
Just Devlin?
Yeah, I am trying to disappear.
Devlin, you have your eyes closed, but you can see something. You can see out of the eyes of this flesh pancake behind your back, and you see just a swarm of tentacles all getting closer and closer as everyone takes a step back and back. Your eyes are closed, but you can't even open them now, but you can see. And then your vision starts to flutter between each and every one of everyone's back. And you're excited. You feel excited, but it's conflicting with all these other feelings that you were having before. Everyone else felt confused or whatever you felt, but there's another emotion inside of you of excitement, eagerness, and togetherness. And as all the tentacles come together and touch, Devlin, you see the tentacles from the tips explode in this light, and shoot straight into these pancakes. They glow, and then everyone else with your eyes open, you can see your body start to just glow. And we, as the audience, can see all of you in this circle, and this bright ball of light expands from your body slowly, all around you. And wherever this light shines, it shines as bright almost as the day. And on the street, you can see the asphalt and the concrete and the buildings around you as if sunlight was hitting it. And you can see the dark black abyss around you. And then it stops.
I hate it here. I hate it here. I hate it here.
And all the light comes straight back into the middle, and then sparks shoot out and you all get pushed away. You're getting up and you're turning around, and you see in the sky another beam of light shoots up into the air. But this time it's wider, brighter, and it engulfs the horizon in sunlight. It comes and it sweeps back into the middle where you saw it come from. And then more little beams of light and little dots of light start shooting up into the air, and they get bigger and bigger, but not because they're getting closer, but because they're getting bigger.
My eyes are
And
so close.
In the middle of you, in a flash, something appears all around you. Well, actually, you're encircling it. Clooney, you've been around for a while, and Vincent, you've studied a lot, but you've never seen this thing of tentacles. It's huge. It's got a big mouth. Inside, you see a black, dark pit, and around the mouth, you see a bunch of little teeth. 3 eyes, 1, 2, 3. Tentacles shooting out from behind it, and it's swirling and just floating there in the middle. Goranash, your muscles tense up. You feel stronger than you've ever felt. Whichever hand was holding that battle axe, you can feel your hand grip tighter on it. Vincent, your hands and your fingers start to curl up a little bit. Almost as if you've done this before, as if it's muscle memory. Your hands start to make signs, and you see a circle of light faintly in front of you. Clara, something deep inside of your body is just emanating up through your throat, opening up your jaw, and you feel something warm but intensely cold at the same time. Devlin, you feel your hollow bones feel a little bit heavier, but you feel them almost crack into place better. You feel your muscles tense up, and you start to feel your arms and your legs twitch a little bit faster. You can see things moving around you faster, but you can keep up with them. And Clooney, your head fills with everything, all the stories that you've heard and told are ruminating inside your head. And one of these tentacles lashes out straight at you, Goranash.
I knew it.
And it's 9:30, so let's start saying goodnight. Because it's getting pretty late. People got to work tomorrow. This is how it goes. So,
Sure.
Why don't we all start? Why don't I put some music back on first of all, huh? And we start saying goodbye. Who wants to go first? So the way we do sign-offs on Open for Adventure is you plug whatever you want to plug. but you also tell me your favorite part of the session if you had one.
I can go first. Hey, what's up? Hi, my name is Josh. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram, where my handle is Joshua M. Simons. You know what? I actually have text for a command, so let me just do a thing real quick. Heck yeah. You can find me where I stream on my Twitch channel, here on Twitch, because that's where we are. On Thursday, I will be participating in a fourth watch, moderated by the wonderful Stacy and Dax, as we recap what happened in our Invisible Sun campaign that wrapped up this past week. On my channel, I play a lot of video games. On Sundays, I play Stardew Valley, and Wednesdays are kind of a variety. And coming up very soon on this very channel, starting August 15th, Saturday at 1 p.m., I'll be running a short 3 or 4 session Dark Matter campaign with a phenomenal cast. We put up a movie poster announcement in the Discord today, and we'll be announcing that publicly on social media later this week. But if you want to go check out previews of some of the cool artwork and see the phenomenal cast, you can check that out in our Discord channel. My favorite part of the session tonight was, honestly, it was the very, very first interaction between Vincent and Goranash. That was just like comedy gold. We were just like cycling through, but who are you, or what are you, just a couple of times. It was phenomenal. I loved it. I loved it so much.
We're gonna do popcorn on my stream, so you get to choose next.
Hey, let's throw it to my big brain buddy, Vincent.
Thank you. Thank you guys again for having me. I'm John. Hello. I played Vincent in the thing that we're doing here. I don't have anything to plug, so just keep watching this stream. If you're here, keep watching us every Tuesday.
That's a bold-faced lie.
John. I don't have anything to plug. One, don't say anything because it's not your time to talk. So you get to talk at the end. So
wow. All right. Well, if you don't
I don't have anything to plug. So
if you don't want to plug it, you don't want to plug it. That's fine.
Yeah. No, I encourage you to follow everyone else in this amazing call and watch every Tuesday for where this goes, because I'm super excited to be here. Yeah, I don't know, just watch this. Anyway, my favorite stuff, I'm just gonna say what I like to do when we do the callouts is I like to say the one thing I like that everybody did, if that's cool. So Devlin, I love how scared Devlin is and how much they don't want to be there. It's really fun to watch, and it's fun to listen to, and it's got to be super fun to role play.
Just make sure you leave enough for our actual callouts. Unless you want to repeat yourself later.
Are we not doing?
We don't do callouts on stream. Just say like something that you enjoyed.
Oh, okay.
For the whole stream itself. We will do callouts after.
I thought we were doing callouts. Okay. I didn't know we were not doing it on stream. I'm a big dumb. Okay.
No,
anyway,
you're not.
My favorite part of this is still the same thing that was my favorite part before we even started. It's Goranash. Congratulations, you made the best character in this entire campaign, and I cannot wait to see what happens with Goranash. And I'm so happy, and I said this during our break, I am so happy that Juan let me be the first person to interact with Goranash. I am truly blessed. I am so happy, and that is who I'm going to hand it off to, is Gnome Goranash. So good.
Hi. Thanks. I'm Gnome. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram at Nomadic. Do a lot of stuff. TTRPG things and TTRPG spaces. What do I do though? Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You can catch me on my own Twitch channel every morning with Eris Savad. doing a talk show where we talk TTRPGs and basically anything else. Where we wake. Can we swear on this channel? I don't. Okay, where we wake the fuck up. It feels good to be allowed to swear on other people's channels. So come wake the fuck up with us and get some coffee or some tea or some water and have a little morning chat. As far as something that I really liked this episode, I gotta give it up to books to books my cabbages. That bit will just continue to be a thing, and that will be the only thing now that like I see Clara do, right? Just buy books, but it's my cabbage. Like I need somebody to like meme that with Clara in it. I stand. Big stand. I can't wait till they to Gora and Clara can talk. I feel like people are not gonna like them. Pass it off, right? All right. Well, let's go to you.
Okay. Hi, I love y'all. My name is Megan. You can find me on Twitter at Narnia's Pants. Instagram, if you care for more selfies, is Meg and Dancer. And yeah, you can usually find me rambling around the O4A Discord, and that's pretty much it. I'm hoping to be involved in more campaigns at some point with O4A because I love it here. And yeah, I am obsessed with how Juan Carlos just narrates everything. Like, I want an audiobook and you talking. Like that's where I'm at with this. This has been my favorite thing. Is I usually have a bunch of DMs that are not like that, and it's very meta, and I'm just. But this is yes, soul food. So I'm ecstatic and beyond blessed that I get to be in this campaign, and I will pass it on to Luma. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's Devlin. Wonderful interpretation of Devlin there. Thank you, bless you. Hello, my name is Luma Kui, and I love Open for Adventure. They're great. This group is great. It's full of wonderful people, and I also am so happy that I got to be a part of this group and create Devlin and have a GM that allows and encourages different races of people and things and creatures. So I love that. My favorite thing about this so far was, I like audio things, so things that I enjoy audibly, was the freaking switch to goofy ass music during Vincent and Garnash's that is, I live for that. I live for stuff like subtle little changes, subtle little inserts of stuff like that. I love that. So that was great. Wonderful. I'm envious of your musical file that you must have to just pull that out and put it in there. So yes, that's my favorite. My plug is I really like Final Fantasy 14, you guys, and the patch 5.3 is coming out soon. So I am streaming from start to finish cutscenes and dungeons and bosses of Final Fantasy 14, starting all the way from the beginning to the ends of Shadowbringers as it stands. So if you want to come by and just listen to me and my partner Rad just talk about stuff and bitch and complain and gush about this game that we love so much, please come by. We will talk your face off. I will definitely talk your face off. And yeah, I just want to share the love of this wonderful MMO that I love so much. So yeah, great.
That leaves me. Joke's on y'all. You could have chose me at any time, but no. You walked right into my trap. You let me go last.
Save the best for last.
You've activated my trap card.
Aha! Hey everyone, I'm Juan Carlos, and you can find me on Twitter and Instagram. Actually, don't bother with Instagram because I don't really do that at all. But anyways, you can find me at Sombrero. Gnome, I think, may have forgotten, but on Thursdays we play a space campaign called Entanglement on Unmade Gaming's channel, where Gnome gets to screw with me as the game master, and I get to play in. It's time to update something. What? Oh, right. Yeah, I don't do that podcast anymore. Whoopsies. Anywhoosies, yes, we play on that. And then on Sunday, I play the other half of the Ever Twins here on this channel for Sunday Friends, where Camille is our amazing dungeon master. Other than that, that's all I got. So, my favorite part was being able to play with you all for the first time, and I had a lot of fun, because it's always important for the dungeon master to have fun too, right? I like that. That was a lot of head nods. In any case, before we go, don't think that we forgot about the warm fuzzies. I have the list right here, because we have 9 of them. I can count. The first one that we have on here is Belle Chavez, woo woo, and Christina, woo woo woo, and then Sev. I'm not gonna do more whoops, but you all get the same amount. And Quincy, and don't forget about Andrew, Fellowship of the Tables, our very own Bay of Gifts. So all of you, if you haven't been in the Discord, you may see some gifts of you in the O4A channel. Discord. It's awesome, and we all live for it. Thank you, Andrew, Fellowship of the Tables, Bay of Gifts. Don't forget about Gamer Lives with 31 sprinkled in there somewhere. Mitch D, who we always love. Thank you. I know you were here, Mitch D. Mitch. And we got Orion Sky Render. Yeah. And Nast, but certainly not least, Patrick. Patrick, woo woo. Hey y'all, it was a fun stream. Thank you for letting us go a little bit later, because we started late. We are gonna go do those call outs that John is so eager to do.
I love complimenting people. I'm sorry.
Same.
Heck yeah, that's why I love call outs. But in any case, we will see you next week, and for the next 9 of them. So y'all have a great night, and we love you, and make sure to love each other. Bye-bye.